All right, what is up, guys and gals? We're gonna continue working on this bad boy right here. What I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna get the radiator off. I'm gonna drain the coolant. Try to get pretty much the front timing done. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to get it completely done today, but we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna have to clean off the idler pulleys as well because the Gates blue racing timing belt did leave some of that blue dye or paint or whatever they use on there. It did leave some of that behind, so I'm gonna go ahead and start taking all that stuff off and pretty much go from there. What I needed to do on the top end is pretty much done. The alternator relocation kit I still need to get done because I'm gonna do that after I do the timing on it. So we're gonna go ahead, get this all set and done. I found this like old work shirt of mine of when I used to work at Groove. It's another Subaru dealer. I'm not working on cars currently. I'm actually advising, so I'm a service advisor now, so I don't work on them on the daily, so don't judge me if I'm pretty slow, if I don't know what I'm doing and I do the steps completely wrong. I'm getting it done. That's all that matters. So yeah, so we'll get to it and yeah, we'll just go from there. All right, so to even get started with this little project I have going on with the radiator, I'm gonna have to drain it first. There is a drain right down here. It's gonna be that bolt right there. It's got a little washer on it as well, or like a little O-ring, so that way it doesn't leak. So I'm gonna have to take that out and completely drain out the radiator, and then I'll disconnect the top hose, and then I'll disconnect the bottom hose, and then I do have some quick disconnects for the actual wires here. So go ahead and take the wire plugins off and take these little 12s, which I already have loose, and then the radiator will be able to come out. I might have to move the power steering pump. I feel like it might be in the way. I kind of don't want it to hit against the radiator. I don't want to bend any fins. And yeah, we'll go from there. So right now I'm going to start draining it, and then I will bring you guys right back. All right, so I lied. That definitely wasn't a 17. That was a 19. It's a wrench, and I don't have a 19 wrench. I have a 19 socket though, and I couldn't fit it in there next to the header. It's just the header was just way too close. So yeah, with that socket in there, it just didn't give me enough space. So I went ahead and just took off the lower radiator hose to just drain it. So right now it's just draining. So once that's done draining, I'll get this radiator on out of here, disconnect the fans, and then just keep this thing rolling. So hopefully I can do the timing today. Hopefully I can bust this thing off. Hopefully my impact can do it. That's what I'm really more worried about, and then hopefully these aren't too much of a pain for me. We'll find out. We'll see. We'll just let that thing just drain for a little bit, and pretty much get this thing all set, get this thing all rolling. I actually don't know if I have any Allen keys to break off the cam gears. I might have to make a couple of parts runs. Yeah, that lower hose is gonna keep leaking. It's just, there's so much antifreeze still left on there. Yeah, just gonna keep that stuff dripping. I'm pretty sure that thermostat's still holding some coolant in there. So once it's all done draining, then we'll move on from there. So, all right, let me see if I have any of those actual Allens to break off the cam gears. All right, let's see. I think it's gonna be a 12. I can't recall, but I'm pretty sure it's one of these. I really should have impact sockets for these, but I literally just got this toolbox not that long ago. Like I didn't have tools for the life of me, so I was just like, you know what? I might as well buy a little bit so that way I can actually work on my car comfortably and not have to like look around for them. Because I used to have a backpack before. I used to just like pack with tools. And that was my thing right there, and it was just horrible because every single time I looked for a tool, I just wouldn't be able to find it because I had to like look through my backpack and whatnot. So yeah, I mean it's nice having like a little toolbox like that. Like I didn't want to go crazy and get Snap-on and like Matco and stuff like that because I don't do this every day. If I was gonna do it every day, that's different. But I don't do this every day. It's more of a hobby. So that's why I didn't go with that stuff. Obviously, if you're getting paid, to work on cars and it's your life, then, I definitely agree with people that actually buy those tools because it's like, if they break on you, the Snap-on truck, Matco, Mac, whatever, they show up to your shop and they pretty much are able to get your tools on the spot, you know. So yeah, so I didn't get any of those right now. I'm just working with what I can. So I think it might be done draining enough. So we'll go ahead and disconnect the radiator fans and then get the radiator out. All right, so I got the connector off. That was such a pain. Don't ever want to do that ever again. I'm actually going to grab a 12 and get these two off and get the hose undone. The radiator hose. So those are already pretty much undone. I have to take off the grill now that I think about it. We'll see. I don't think there's no space here. Is there no space? No, kinda. Not really. Yeah, I think I should be alright. And this right here just comes off. This is actually pretty easy to get off. There you go. So, just gotta disconnect these little lines right here. So I'm gonna go grab my Phillips and the flathead. That's a lot of antifreeze over in there. Because this one's a side tank. I think it's side to side instead of working top to bottom, so it's got side and tank, so it makes sense why there was a whole bunch of fluid still in there. Alright. I think that is all she went there. Take a look at this. Look at that. It's melted. Horrible. This was happening like, oh damn, it's scraping too. We're already gonna have to get another fan. This was happening because my header was sitting so close to this. I might end up cutting these off and then just actually placing the fan a little bit higher just to get some more clearance, because this, yeah, that's not good at all. This one obviously is okay, but so much space in here now. So essentially what was going on, that's why I put heat wrap on the header. This side right here was so close to the actual radiator fan that it was melting it away. So that's why I put the heat wrap on there to kind of just prevent all that stuff from going on. So yeah, not good at all, not ideal. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the timing cover off and I'm gonna loosen these while they're in there. So that way, because it already has tension on there, that way I don't have to worry about getting a tool to loosen up the bolts, and then loosen up the crankshaft bolt, and then I should be able to get the timing off. So let's get to it. All right, so I'm gonna take off these 10s right here. That's 110. I believe there's one back. This 110 here. And these don't have to be tightened to an excessive amount of torque, so that's why they're pretty easy to get off. This cover should come on off. There you go. Cover is off. Now we can try to loosen them up. Fingers crossed that it all goes well, and then just go from there. So go grab that, get the key for this, and we'll get loosening away. So it's actually going to be a 10. Spot on. Hopefully everything goes well. Take those things off. There's gonna be 4 of them. So there's the other 2 there, and then just loosen them. And then I'll get to taking this crank pulley bolt off. Hopefully this goes well as well. Hopefully I'll need to get another impact or something a little stronger. So I only have a 3/8, so we'll give it a shot. So yeah, let's get these things loose. I did get the cam gear bolts and the harmonic balancer off the camera. So this is where I'm at currently. I already taken the timing belt off, and I took one of the idler pulleys off. So this is where we're at currently. So these bolts are all loosened. Obviously I got the pulley off, and I got the timing belt off. So Right now, what I am working on is getting this tensioner off. I have to get this tensioner off since it was not essentially a recall, but they made an updated part. So they want everybody to bring this part back and get the updated Ihd part. So I'm doing that. And look at these pulleys. There's a lot of blue on there from the timing belt. I'm gonna have to clean that off. Kind of a bummer to have to clean it off, but yeah, I mean, everything seems fine. The pulleys are pretty much new for the most part. Barely even have like 6,000 miles on them. So yeah, we're gonna continue taking off whatever is needed. So I pretty much just have to do the cam gears and get the tensioner off, put a new tensioner on there, get the adjustable cam gears on, and then we should be solid. So yeah, let's get everything off and keep this thing rolling. So I already loosened the 2 Allens that go for the tensioner for this car. Not sure if it's Allen's that it normally uses or if it's something else, but this Ihd one is going to be an Allen. So taking both of them off. They have like little crush washers as well. Awesome. So tensioner is off. So that's essentially how tensioner for the Ihd one looks. It's essentially an OEM old school belt tensioner from Subaru. So that's essentially what they use, and then they end up using their custom bracket on there. So got that off, and I think this is a 14, so I don't think I have to get it off though, but it looks like it's a 14. I have some more Allens in the back. You can probably hear my roommates just being loud. This is who they are. They're probably playing Smash Bros. Like always. Alright. I think I may have put Loctite on these. That might be why they're a little difficult to get off. I know I didn't really want to have any problems or issues. Yeah, so I put some type of Loctite on there. Either there was some type of Loctite on there, or it might have been already from pretty much pre-assembly. So let's get this bolt off now. It's off. Let's take these off as well. So there's a total of 3 Allens that need to essentially come off. And I believe that there is a 10 that needs to remove as well. That keeps this cover in place. So I just need to grab a 10 and take this one off. Oh, that just fell into the coolant. It's alright. Don't think I'm gonna need that bolt anyways because I have brand new hardware. So now that I've got that stuff off, I'm able to remove the Ihd tensioner. So here it is. Here is the Ihd tensioner. It's a very beautiful piece for sure. Got the Ihd part number on there and everything. So it's a nice piece, but I need to swap this out with their new part number. So I'm gonna return this to Zach and get their new part and throw this on. Hopefully they don't have to recall or whatever this part ever again. So now that that's off, I can start working on getting these cam gears off. Alright, so I got the plastic one off. That one came off relatively easy. Now, time for the metal one. There you go. That one was pretty easy as soon as I got the plastic one off because I had more room. Let's take a look here. And both of them are off now, so this is pretty bare. But yeah, now I'm gonna have to start the other side right here. It's gonna be very hard to get a video of, so we will just get this off camera and just continue on with this. So there you go. Just like that, cam gears are off. So now we can move on to the rest of the stuff I need to get done here. There is a trick to these. The people are using these eccentric pulleys from LIC. You need to make sure that when you're doing the timing belt, you need to make sure that this right here is essentially pushing up towards the driver's side. So the reason why is because obviously if you go right, you're tightening. So you need to make sure that the gravity, essentially all the friction and the force is pushing up against this, so this never loosens. So when you do tighten this and torque it to spec, make sure this is the belt is pushing up in a way that it's actually tightening it, instead of, you know, having this on the other side over here where the belt can actually loosen the pulley. Yeah, I think that might be all I can do for today. So that is pretty much it for today. We'll continue the build on the next video. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys once again. We'll see how everything goes from here on forth. Honestly, the biggest pain was getting the crank bolt loose and getting the cam gear bolts loose. Those were kind of a pain. I needed a second hand on that. So other than that, everything else seems pretty easy. So we'll keep on going with this, and if anything, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.